No Undead Warrior? Not right now. First of all, I'm doing the Amish challenge with some buddies, so they all went Alliance, so I couldn't be Undead. And second of all, since this is a Perma-death challenge, I didn't really want to play a Warrior to start with. Because I have no experience with them, and they have very few escapes. So, yeah. If I end up liking Season of Discovery, I may roll a Warrior on, like, the Crusader server once it chills out a little bit. Do some PvP and stuff, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Ooh, this might kill me. Wait a second. Hold up. Okay. I gotta be a little more careful, I think. Cohh's becoming a full-time WoW streamer. Yeah, at least for now. We got Rogue Trader around the corner, and I'm trying to get all the WoW out of my system before all these other big things happen. Definitely been enjoying the chill streams. It's been really nice. Yeah, dude, this is just me kind of like getting my MMO bug out of my system. I've been wanting to play an MMO for like 5 or 6 years now. And granted, this is not like kind of similar to Final Fantasy 14. It's not super scratching my MMO itch. My real MMO itch is wanting to get like fundamentally lost in an MMO, run a coalition guild. Like I want to go full bore into an MMO for like weeks to months. This isn't that MMO. This MMO is fun to play. Streams are super chill. I like playing with my buds. But like I'm not fully invested. You know what I mean? I'm not fully invested. I'm just having fun streaming it, which is different. So, yeah, I'm still very much looking forward to whatever my next MMO is going to be coming out. I've got a bunch on my hit list, so we'll see. Hopefully one of them. You should give old school RuneScape a try. Old school RuneScape is the same way. Even if I played it and liked it, I mean, I'm not going to start, I'm not going to start a coalition guild in old school RuneScape. That's not really what I'm looking for. Could be fun though, and I may check it out one day. Yeah, I might. Are you going to watch the Cyberpunk stream today? I think so. We'll check it out. Yeah. New World? No, thanks. No interest in New World. Yeah. A little bit too shallow for me. What are the MMOs on my list? The MMOs on my list are Pantheon. They can hopefully get back on track. Ashes of Creation, Camelot Unchained, same deal as Pantheon, if they can get back on track. The Ghost MMO, which just recently announced, but that's years away. The Riot MMO, which is years away. And
drink some water before you crumble.
I always forget one. Pantheon, AOC, Camelot Unchained, Riot MMO, Ghost. Oh, PAX Day. PAX Day. That's the last one. I'm looking forward to seeing what PAX.
Overwhelmed by the sudden desire to stand.
Looking forward to
up.
seeing what PAX Day has to offer. Yep. So I'm hoping one of those will have like a big community guild. You know, I'll be playing it weeks to months. You know, like really something big and special. Yeah. Cold Ramirez, just for the record, I strongly recommend Power GPU. All my computers currently are Power GPU, including the ones my kids use. They're worldwide shipping. They got some big sales going on now. If you use my code, you can save even more on it, COHH. And yeah, they have probably some of the best wiring in the business and some of the best customer service I've seen. So there's a reason I'm going with them. Highly recommend. I'm looking forward to hearing more about the Warhammer 40k MMO from Jackalyptic Games. You know, I heard about that, but there's been so little about it that like I'm not I feel kind of the same way about the Warhammer the Warhammer 40K. I don't even know if they're calling it an MMO. Aren't they just calling it like a multiplayer game? I'm not even sure if that's. Am I thinking of the right thing? Hold on. Let me make sure. I want to make sure I'm getting out the right info here. Let me do it. Let me do a quick Google. Yeah, here we go. So this was 6 months ago. Jackalope Games, formerly Jackalope, confirmed it's developing a Warhammer MMO for PC and console. It's a NetEase-funded independent AAA development studio. So they are working on it. But, again, it's like... We'll see. We'll see. It's also NetEase funded, which is immediately, unfortunately, a red flag. Because sometimes NetEase funded stuff turns into pretty brutal monetization. Like, to the point where it's not something I would really want to touch.
Greetings, Mage. Shall I provide you with further insight into the world of magic?
Have a good one.
All right, Fireball rank 2, awesome. What is Fire Blast? Oh, it's instant. Cool. Okay. So yeah, some NetEase stuff is apparently okay. So the Ghost, this is interesting. The Ghost MMO from Ghostwalker, who apparently is funded by NetEase, they made it clear that NetEase has not stepped in, like, requesting any type of heavy monetization, which is interesting. Because I definitely would have thought that they would.
The kobolds in these parts sometimes
especially
carry
since they're like a
gold
primary
dust on
backer
them.
in the studio.
I could really use the stuff.
And yeah,
Bring me a load of
granted,
it, and I'll
yet
give
is
you
a
the
thing,
best
but I will
price
say
in
this:
town.
if
Best price in town.
after what he said, if they were to put in any type of heavy monetization, I would say that would cost that dude his reputation in a lot of ways. Because during their initial, like, hey, this is us Q&A, they specifically said they weren't going to be putting that stuff in when they were asked the question about NetEase. So if they were to later do it, I have to say that I feel like Ghost would immediately lose a ton of his public credibility. So I would doubt that they would do that. I would doubt they would do that. His reputation doesn't matter to NetEase. I completely disagree. I think that's why they gave him money. I couldn't disagree more, Sword of Rawl. I think his reputation is a huge consideration to NetEase, which is why they gave him millions of dollars to make an MMO. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a proper statement at all. In fact, I think it's the opposite of what you said. Yep. And I'll say this. I think on that note, if they were to try to force that stuff into the game, I don't think he would, to his credit, I don't think he'd become a mouthpiece for it and just, let it happen. I think if anything, he'd probably leave the MMO. So what are we talking about? We're talking about the new MMO from Ghostcrawler, who is a WoW/Riot person who put together a team to make his own MMO. I have other concerns about the Ghost MMO though, but that have nothing to do with NetEase. But we'll see how it all goes. Kagutsuchi says, do tell. So, to their credit, Ghost has put together a really good team to make this MMO that they're talking about, and they've done a Q&A so far, and it wasn't a Q&A on the MMO. It was a Q&A on the project as a whole. Like, I thought it was going to be a hype stream for the MMO. I was very curious on what they were building. So I watched the stream going in with certain intentions, and I came away not having those intentions, like not having what I was looking for at all. Expectations. I didn't have my expectations met at all for what I saw, primarily because I thought that they were going to be announcing what they were working on. But what they were actually doing was announcing the process for what they were planning on doing. And I have to admit, I'm not sold on their process. So what Ghost has done is he's gotten together an all-star team of developers they have an idea about what they want to make. They already have some groundwork and stuff done, obviously. Uh-oh. Hold on. But the kind of gotcha here is that it's so early in the development that they themselves weren't able to answer major important fundamental questions about their game. So they did this Q&A session, and what they kept coming back to instead of answering questions is, we're going to let the community decide. We're going to work with the community. We don't know that yet. We're still figuring it out, and all this stuff. And the problem with this is that they've made it sound like they made it sound like they don't know what they're going to do because they're leaving that open to community feedback. But the problem is MMO communities are very fickle, and they have huge vocal minorities. And a lot of times, it's really not good to listen to the community. It's, you know, I've been playing MMOs for 20 years, and there are times when the community is shouting for something, and it's really just horrible for the game. In some cases, it could ruin the game. And the problem is, I feel like the most successful MMOs a lot of times don't listen to the community in some cases. And the problem is that this Ghost MMO is kind of being sold as a community-driven development MMO. And that immediately makes me go, oh. Like, ugh. You know, so in other words, are you just looking to like sell the most copies of this MMO, or are you looking to deliver the best experience? Because honestly, sometimes those aren't the same thing. And that's the only thing that gets me a little concerned about Ghost, is I'm worried they're not going to be... I'm worried they're not going to make the decisions to make the game good, and I'm worried they're going to make decisions just to placate to the loudest voices, and that may not make the game that I want to play. As somebody who's been overseeing a community for 10 years on Twitch, you know, I can tell you that a lot of times you don't necessarily want community feedback. No offense, guys. You're great. Most of you. But there are times when it's more important to stick to your vision and have that, like, sometimes part of a vision is not the most enticing thing, but when you take that part and combine it with the whole picture, it becomes a lot more meaningful, and that perspective makes that part so much more interesting. And that's the thing that I don't feel Ghost has. I feel that Ghost, because Ghost is kind of relying on community involvement so much, they may not have that grand picture that makes the best kind of games. And we'll see. We'll see, though. We'll see how that works. I mean, I'm going to be following that project closely because it's pretty interesting what they're doing. But, you know, I did come away from that Q&A a little, like, less excited for the project, because some of the major questions that were being asked they didn't have answers to at that point definitely showed me they don't really have that vision yet. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh, hey, Brother Cohh, would you like some, Brother Ferdinand. I appreciate that. Oh. I would love your dutiful assistance. Let's do it. Greetings, brother. Okay. But yeah. Ashes of Creation, like, it's interesting because all the MMOs that I'm looking at right now, all of them have like a fundamental issue with them. Like, there's no MMO that I'm just like, yeah, it's gonna be great. Like, every single MMO I'm looking at has like at least one fundamental problem. Like, you know, it's either Pantheon, which has its myriad of production issues and roadmap issues. PAX Day, which the only thing we've seen of it is actually kind of generic, and I don't even know if it's going to find its voice. Like Ghost, we just talked all about Ghost and what's going on there. Camelot Unchained is trying to spin off their product into something else. Obviously, that's not working very well. Ashes of Creation has massive scope issues. If they can deliver on half of what they've promised, I'd be thrilled, but I mean, they're promising so much at this point. It's almost like a Star Citizen of MMOs. Riot MMO, we haven't even heard anything about. So it's hard to get, you know, too excited about that. It's just like every MMO has just these big problems. Oh my lord. So we'll see. Pastori, how you doing this morning? Maybe Cohh's just getting old and grumpy? No, I've frequently asked myself, could that be the issue? I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is I'm becoming older and I'm getting less away from hype and more into reality. I think that's what it is. I think the issue is that it's not that I'm getting older and crotchety. I have considered that. I think it's just becoming, more attuned to the realities of the situation. I've seen projects fail over and over. I've seen issues come up and not get fixed. And it's kind of like eventually you just get to a point where you start seeing this stuff. You see the writing on the wall a little bit more. You realize there's never going to be a WoW killer, it's that kind of stuff. You just kind of start learning the industry a little bit more. I'm sure all of you have gone through exactly what I'm talking about. This is not a unique to me thing. I bet many of you haven't, don't even realize it. Riot might do a WoW killer. The only thing that will ever kill WoW is WoW. That's it. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. That is the only thing that will ever kill WoW. If EverQuest can last almost 30 years, I mean, that tells you everything you need to know right there. Like, WoW will keep going forever until it doesn't want to. It'll definitely fluctuate in popularity, as everything does. But even if they made a WoW 2, people still play Destiny 1. Even if they made a WoW 2, unless they manually shut the servers off, people will always play this game. It will always be WoW. So, yeah. I mean, hell, if anything, the fact that this classic WoW stuff is so popular should just prove that to everybody. It's also kind of telling that they did the Season of Discovery on classic WoW and didn't do anything like that on retail. Because they easily could have put this on a retail variant, but they were like, nope, I'm not going to do that. Not right now, at least. Retail has expansions? Yeah, but arguably that's the current day WoW, you know what I mean? So there it's the point that I'm trying to make. Ooh, linen. The point that I'm making is that instead of there being a WoW killer, like WoW is continually evolving to stay relevant, to stay alive, which is one of the reasons it's not gonna go anywhere. Like it's doing what it needs to do to keep going and now it's arguably absolutely huge. So current WoW is a mess. I mean, some of those world first races are insanely popular. Think of what you want about retail, but there's still a huge amount of people playing it and interested in it. I mean, it's still kind of number one in a lot of regards in that. Now, granted, there are some Eastern MMOs that are, doing really well, but that's kind of a different conversation. Different conversation. Playing a mage? I am. Yep. Brother Ferdinand is helping me out. Oh, wow, that guy nailed it. He was so on point. Is Cohh watching the Cyberpunk thing? I am. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. I'm just, at this point, I'm just curious. Like, I've heard that the Cyberpunk patch is gonna add some kind of major things, but I can't think of anything that's been promised that's not already in the game. So I'm kind of curious what they're putting in 2.1. New dong styles. I'm here for it. There's an OnlyFans on this server. That's funny. They're just stealing Soda's name. That's it, Brother Cohh? Wait, what? Oh, are you done? I'm still getting large candles and gold dust and stuff. Fire blast them with fire, just like that. Oh! Those humans are not part of the family. That's true. That's true. These filthy humies. They're not part of the family, chat. Is Soda on a different server? Yeah, Soda's playing on an RP PvP server, maybe? Oh yeah, let's switch over to the combat log for a bit. General chat gonna general. Oh, I need to make a new chat is what I need to do. Yeah, I'll do that here in a minute. Cohh plays WoW, joins a gang. What a shame. This is not a gang. This is a family. How dare you? How dare... Mods, deal with that, please. Thank you. La familia. Are you okay? Are you gonna die? Nah, you're fine. So, oh, it was a good try. Good attempt. Good attempt. Solid attempt. That was good. Probably just chilling here for a minute. Thank you, brother. Oh. There we go. You don't take candle! Cohh wants to live in the WoW Amish paradise. I do. Been living most our lives living in an Amish paradise. Let's go up here. Oh. Oh, did they both get tagged? Wow, I think they did. Do it for family. Oh, he's gone. Thank you, Ferdinand. Oh. This human. Maybe you should Krav Maga him. Calms down. Okay, where were we? Visible rage. How dare. How dare. How dare. After the massacre at the wetlands, my emotions are harder to keep in check. Dude, they tried to run through the wetlands last night as noobs, and they're like 2 people perma-died just from the run. Unfortunately, one of them was Kiwo. He's amazing. He just got like destroyed running through the wetlands. Oh, did Momo die too? It was Momo too? Oh, God. I have survivor's guilt, he says. Oh, God. We must move forward. As a family. For them. Yeah, the only really sad thing about this whole Amish challenge that I'm so sad about, is that they all play like late into the night. I'm gonna miss like being able to play with most of them. I'm so sad about that. It'd be a lot of fun to play with everybody. Maybe I might actually switch, like playing hardcore in the morning and then playing SOD in the evening. That way we get more time with them. Because I'm just playing solo on my hunter, so we'll see. Reroll horde and make your own family? Nah, dude. No, the whole point of doing this is I want to play with buds. I want to play with buds. I need one more candle. Oh. Doop 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 doop. Boom. Not horde, not horde. I am Alliance. with my family. Man, these guys drop the candles, right? You have to pay for WoW? Yes. Candles on their heads. Indeed. Indubitably. I am out of... Do you have to pay for Cohh? No, I'm free, baby. I'm 100% free. Free for you. Mm-hmm. One day I'll get this damn candle. Cohh comes deep fried? I do. I'm deep fried. Oh, so let us break bread. Have some cheese. Do you need a beverage? Indeed. Okay. Can we order a deep fried burrito, please? Sounds good.
Certainly.
Am I enjoying the RP server? Dude, I am RPing the out of this server. It doesn't even know what hit it. Yep. There we go. Go to the bar in Stormwind. It's a time. Oh, is there RPing at Stormwind? Dude, I'm never going to get this damn candle. What is going on? There's been like 10 enemies. Give me the candle. Oh. There it is. He's got it. He's satisfied. There's some sussy stuff going on in Goldshire. Is there ever not sussy stuff going on in Goldshire? Isn't that kind of what Goldshire is, especially after dark? Oh, oh, oh. Oh, I think he's gonna get it. No! Freaking resist. Your opinion is Bill and Ted most excellent? Yes. No, we are family. We are family. We are the Amish family. The Amish WoW family. Oh, one back there. Come back. This is great news, brother. Let's go have his own guild? No, I'm part of the Amish guild. The family. Yep. How much linen do we have now? Got 12 linen? We're gonna go see if maybe can I make my gloves? Maybe I can make my gloves now. I don't know how tailoring works. I've never done tailoring. So this is SOD, not hardcore. We are playing Perma-death. So although it's not a hardcore server, the rule set I'm playing with is Perma-death. So if I die, I have to delete the character. Yep. Bitman, what's up? Will you do dungeons and raids? Yes. What server are you on, Brother Cohh? We are on Lava Lash. Yep. Most appreciated. One step at a time, brother. Mm-hmm.